So let's start. So now what we do is, for starters, we cut off the excess part of the box. Now since this box is too big, you can't fit in the regular pens. They just go inside like this. So what we'll do is we'll cut extra. We'll cut about 1.5 to 2 inches extra, and then we're going to use this box. And it's wide enough to put in a lot of pens, so it's like the perfect box for a pen stand. So what we'll start with is measuring out how much we want to cut. So I'm cutting about 4 centimeters down. So you mark it from right from the tip to 4 centimeters down. That's it. Now what we'll do is we'll mark it out with a pen. We'll draw a line along where we want to cut it. So that's where we want to make the cuts. Now what we'll do is we'll start with cutting this up. So now what we'll do is we'll stick an external paper over here. Anything written over here can't be seen through the gift wrapping paper. So what we do is, you can use regular cartridge paper. So I have some cartridge paper, simple cartridge paper. You can either go with it or without it. Once again, it depends upon you completely. Now what you do is you cut this in this size. You mark it with a pencil. And in the same way you cut 4 sides. Now what I am doing is I'm cutting extra. So we can stick it around the corners. We don't have to stick it right on the cut part. So now what we do is we stick it up over here. Press it down and stick it on the sides. Now for sticking it on the sides, what you do is you make cuts over here and here, tiny cuts, so that it sticks properly. This also ensures that the finishing of your pen stand is much more professional, and it also ensures that it's going to become stronger, the pen stand, because of the double, triple coatings of paper that we're going to use. So you draw around the bottom on the same cartridge paper and cut it. And the same thing we are going to use in the center also, inside also. So cut two of these. So these are really good to use. They make really great gifts, and they're pretty simple to make. Now what we do is we stick both of these papers. One will come inside and one will come outside over here. So let's apply glue at the bottom. So inside you can just apply glue over here on the sides. So this is the rough stage. Now we're going to make it fair. So we're going to use this lovely colorful gift wrapping paper. We're going to stick it around it. So I like the edges over here. They look really pretty. So we're going to use those. So what we do is we cut it off over here. This should fit the entire pen stand. Yes, it fits. So we're going to work with this. Once again, as we had marked the earlier portion, we're going to mark it and we're going to cut it. So once again you cut excess paper, and in the same way you cut all 4 sides. So now we'll start with this side because this is a little smaller. So what we do is we cover it up entirely. Now since we've applied this cartridge paper, it's much more easier to stick the gift wrapping paper on it. So Sharon mentioned you can draw mandalas on panels and stick them over here, and you can do your amazing beautiful drawing instead of wrapping the gift wrapping paper. So that depends on you completely. So now what you can do is you can make them smaller. So the trick over here is to use gift wrapping paper with small designs so that even if you cover one panel on top of the other, there is no stark difference as such. That's it, a lovely colorful pen stand. Now all we have to do is stick some good paper inside so it looks more professional. So now what we do is we have this lovely golden paper and we'll stick that inside. Let's decide how big we want the paper to be. Say it's almost about 8 centimeters tall, so we'll take it at 7.5 centimeters is how much we have to cut the height. So now what we do is we cut off the excess paper which is not cleanly cut, and we mark out 7 centimeters from here. So that's 5, 6, 7 and a half. So about over here, and the same thing over here, 5, 6, 7 and a half. Now what we do is we measure the width. So the width of this is a little tricky because it's going to be in the conical shape. So it's going to be slanting a little. So for that you just put it over here, check your placement and mark it with a pencil. So that's the cut what we're going to do everywhere on all the 4 of these. So this needs to be precise, exact measurement. You're not going to be cutting it any less or more. So now all we have to do is we have to stick these inside like this. So once you've placed it in, what you need to do, if you have the creaser, just press it in. If you don't have a creaser, you can use your scale or something like that. Just push it in and press it down. So this is a smaller version of the pen stand, and this is a taller version. I made it with batik paper in the same exact style with a simple yellow paper lining inside, and that's it. You can use it to put all your pens inside. So this one is a little deeper, but then this one will fit all the pens etc. perfectly, and that's it, as simple as that.